Here's a look at your first forecast. Temperatures into the mid-20s, 22 degrees right now in Frankfort, 29 in Jackson, 23 in Somerset. It's definitely a cold start to your Thursday, but don't worry, those cold temperatures won't be lasting long. If you're hoping for a white Christmas, I have bad news for you. It's going to be one of our warmest Christmases on record, starting with a mild day today. We'll break down how warm it will get coming up straight ahead.
Coming up in this half hour of Good Morning Kentucky, a mystery has been solved, and some families are getting the gift of closure this holiday season.
Plus, we have body camera footage showing the rescue of two babies in Dawson Springs who survived the deadly tornadoes in a bathtub.
And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas for many current students and graduates. The pause of federal student loans has been extended again.
Good Morning Kentucky starts now.
Good morning, Kentucky. I'm Cody Adams.
And I'm Danielle Anchor. Thanks for joining us at ABC 36.
Two families from Virginia are getting some closure after the identity of human remains found in the Kentucky River in 2016 were released.
Now, the investigation was in connection to a nearly 50-year-old missing persons case. ABC 36's Justin Walker tells us how persistence and science help solve this mystery.
A 5-year investigation is now closed and a mystery solved. Fayette County Coroner Gary Ginn announcing a breakthrough in a case that dates back decades. On Wednesday, he released the positive identification of human remains found by chance by a Lexington Fire Department dive team during a training exercise in 2016. The remains were found inside of a car submerged in the Kentucky River, just downstream from the Valley View Ferry.
Martha Smith Helmick's identity was confirmed through the advanced DNA technology of Parabon Namos Lab in Reston, Virginia.
Ginn says they believe Helmick was on the way to a 1973 family reunion in central Kentucky from Bridgewater, Virginia, with her sister Flora Helmick and 81-year-old John Edwin Keaton. Flora was his live-in housekeeper. The trio never made it and were never seen nor heard from again. Keaton was presumed to be the one driving.
What we think probably happened was he drove down there, the water, and it was dark and the water was glistening. The water was probably black, like black ice sometimes you see, and he just drove right on into the water. And at that point, all three of them lost their lives.
Lexington Fire Captain Chris Warren invested more than 100 hours over 6 years into trying to solve the mystery, even making contact with Helmick's family in Virginia. He credits modern technology with the identification of Martha's remains.
We needed scientific proof, and it wasn't until the advanced technology of where DNA testing is now that's the only way we were going to prove it, was where we are now.
Her remains will be returned to Virginia to be buried near her husband. The remains of her sister, Nora Keaton's, have been found. In Lexington, Justin Walker, ABC 36 News.
Across Kentucky, there were more than 2,900 new cases of the coronavirus reported yesterday. According to the state, 541 of those new cases were children. The total now more than 836,000. The positivity rate now 9.61%. The state says 36 more people have died. The total number of COVID-19 related deaths is now 11,918.
Lexington reported the most COVID-19 cases in a single day in months. The Lexington Fayette County Health Department reporting 239 new cases yesterday. That's the highest since September 16th, when 254 cases were reported. The 7-day rolling average in Lexington is now 145 cases per day, while on December 1st, the average was 81 new cases per day. All right, now we're going to check in with our pal Dylan Godet. Hey, how that forecast looking, by the way?
Well, it's looking cold here this morning, but good news is it's not going to take long for these temperatures to warm up. 25 degrees right now in Lexington, 23 in Somerset, 29 into Jackson. And we're starting to see a little bit of a southerly breeze kicking in, possibly making these temperatures feel a little colder now, but that's going to change once you head into your afternoon. We'll be quickly warming up by lunchtime into the low to mid 40s and into the upper 40s and low 50s for the afternoon. Live HG radar showing mostly sunny skies here across the region. High pressure is just to our east, and that's keeping us on the drier end. So today, you're definitely going to need that ice scraper early. Quick scrape at least, maybe 2 to 4 minutes extra in some spots. Definitely going to need to heat up the car as well. But as you head throughout the day, not too bad. Breezy conditions start to kick in for your afternoon. We'll reach the low 50s today. Partly cloudy tonight and not as cold as well.
Thanks for that, Dylan. An ABC 36 update now. The Hopkins County Sheriff's Office in Western Kentucky has released body camera footage showing the rescue of 2 babies in Johnson Springs who survived in a bathtub after a tornado ripped the tub from their grandmother's home during this month's deadly storms. As we reported last week, the grandmother of the 15-month-old and a 3-month-old says before the tornado hit, she put the babies in her tub with the Bible to keep them safe. Now, deputies say while searching the rubble after the storm, they heard the babies crying from a distance. According to the deputies, they found the little ones wrapped in the blankets, still inside the tub, with a pillow and a Bible from their grandmother.
Christmas cheer was spread to senior living facilities around Lexington with the 2nd annual Silver Lexington Christmas Parade. Silver Lexington says a caravan of decked-out cars traveled to 29 senior living facilities around town. The organization says this started last year as a way of bringing some smiles to a group of people who are very isolated due to the pandemic.
A lot of gatherings, large gatherings, still are not happening for senior livings, and I think that anything we can do to show that love to that population, and plus the staff that work in these buildings are exhausted, they're overworked, they're short-staffed, and it's really hard to be that way, and so we do this to give back.
Silver Lexington had Santa's help wish the seniors a Merry Christmas, and they all hope this tradition continues on for years to come.
A bourbon auction to help Western Kentucky storm victims has wrapped up, and the amount of money raised more than tripled the goal.
The Kentucky Bourbon Benefit Auction raised more than $3 million. The Kentucky Distilleries Association partnered with the Bourbon Crusaders charitable organization and bourbon curator Fred Minnick on the 6-day auction, which featured rare bottles. More than 5,000 bidders competed for 429 lots. The current $3 million total is expected to grow, and the auction site is still accepting donations, and businesses are matching funds. All the proceeds are going to the Team Kentucky Tornado Relief Fund.
The Biden administration is extending the pause on student loan payments once again.
Thank God. I'm so excited for this. It's been extended 90 days now. Payments on federal loans aren't due until after May 1st. The hold has allowed the balances of borrowers to be frozen with no payments required in most recent federal student loans.
Interest rates have also stopped adding up, and collection on defaulted debt have also been put on hold. Borrowers were supposed to start paying back on their loans in February.
You know, when I graduated from Fairfield, I went up to my mom because it was Mother's Day, and I gave her my diploma, and I said, "Here, Mom, it's the most expensive piece of paper you've probably ever seen in your life." And I thought it was funny at the time. Now I realize that it wasn't a very funny joke.
Didn't enjoy that, I'm sure. Time now is 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Kentucky, Dylan's tracking your Christmas Day forecast.
That's right. It's 67 degrees. That's the forecast for Christmas right now, one of the warmest on record. We'll break it all down for you coming up in your full forecast.
The deadly tornadoes that ripped through western and south central Kentucky destroyed homes, devastated communities, and unfortunately claimed the lives of our fellow Kentuckians. Radio and television stations across the Commonwealth have united as one voice in order to help. Please consider supporting the Team Western Kentucky Relief Fund today. Simply go to kba.org and click the Donate Now button. This message of hope is brought to you by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries has chairs and recliners to fit every need, including naps. It's Lazy Boy's holiday sale. For a limited time only, you can save up to 35% store-wide. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters has everything you need this holiday for your car, truck, SUV, and Jeep. Smoky Mountain has the largest line of WeatherTech products in Kentucky to winterize your ride, with products like floor mats, cargo liners, seat protectors, and more. Give the perfect gift with a remote car starter, window tinting, or even gift cards with same-day, next-day pickup and layaway options. Smoky Mountain will beat all local prices and most internet pricing, and they install everything. Smoky Mountain Truck Outfitters, 1516 Colesbury Circle in Lexington off New Circle Road.
We fly over ground zero.
You could hear the gunfire just around this wall. The children, what's your name? Every home here has sustained damage. We're glad you're okay.
Oh, thank you.
Back on the job.
Back in the job.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
This is the sound of a generation rising above. The Commemorative Air Force honors the heroes of yesterday while educating and inspiring the heroes of tomorrow. Learn more at commemorativeairforce.org.
My husband was a teacher on the way to school. Our utility truck skids on ice and hits him head on. We find out later that driver's boss warned him, don't drive the truck in that weather. But he did. I called 855 Wildcat for the Kentucky Courage Lawyers.
When we make drunk drivers pay, texting drivers wait, and big trucks slow down, we make Kentucky safer for families.
Call 800-55-WILDCAT, Morgan, Collins, Eust, and Salyer.
Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries has chairs and recliners to fit every need, including naps. It's Lazy Boy's holiday sale. For a limited time only, you can save up to 35% store-wide. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Good morning, Kentucky. Meteorologist Dylan Goday here with a live look in Lexington. Our Bluegrass Care Navigator Skyview. Calm conditions out there along Main of War right now. Not a whole lot of traffic, but it is cold, 25 degrees. And with that southerly wind around 7 miles per hour, it only feels like 17. So definitely chilly out there. If you haven't headed outside yet, definitely grab that winter jacket, maybe even the scarf and the gloves this morning because it is a chilly one. But you won't be really needing them for your afternoon. We're going to warm up into the upper 40s and low 50s. Still feeling a little cooler than that, so likely still needing the jacket here for this afternoon. But it starts a Christmas warm-up that's on the way. We're going to be dealing with temperatures well above average, approaching record highs for your Christmas day. Staying warm into next week, but we're also tracking the threat of some heavy rain, and we'll have more on that in just a minute. Here's a look at your almanac for today. Average high is 44. We'll likely reach that around lunchtime today. Average low 28. We're below that as well. Sunset is at 5:23 and sunrise is not until 7:52. Temperatures right now, again, are on the colder end. Check out Monticello down to 21 degrees, 25 in Danville, 22 in Frankfort, 29 in Jackson. So all areas likely dealing with some frost out there to start this morning. And once you factor in the wind, it feels a little colder than that in some places, especially here in Lexington. It feels like 17 again here. Live HG radar across central Kentucky, not a whole lot going on. And even as you look at a broader aerial look across the whole region, calm conditions there as well. If we take it from a national view, traveling anywhere on the East Coast today, you really don't have any weather concerns. So that is some great news there. If you're flying, no weather delays in Dallas, Atlanta, Miami, Washington, D.C., New York City, all areas are calm. Now, if you're flying off to the West Coast, that is where you could be dealing with some travel delays there, especially towards California, up into Oregon as well, dealing with some heavy rain, even some snow into the Sierra Nevada mountains. Upwards of a couple feet actually through this weekend. Definitely going to get a big snow out there. Not talking about snow here for your Christmas. We're going to be mild. Southerly flow kicks in today. That's going to be ahead of some light showers possible early on your Christmas Eve. Most of the rain Christmas Eve and Christmas Day going to stick to our north there across central Kentucky. So that is some good news. But heading into next week, that's where rain changes really pick up. Our whole region really included in that wetter than normal projection for next week. So we're going to be watching that closely. For today, 51 degrees, mostly sunny and breezy. Tonight, 43, not as cold there as well. And as you look at your climate control, heating and air conditioning 7-day forecast. So Christmas Eve, 58 degrees, given it only a 20% chance. Futurecast showing a little bit more rain showers than what I think we will see. But if you see rain, it's going to be light. Same goes for your Christmas as well. But both days going to be pretty windy. We'll have wind gusts as high as 25 to 30 miles per hour.
Now, despite there being just a little bit of sun on Saturday, I mean, it still looks like it's going to be warm, so I'm not sure Santa Claus really needs that big, heavy red coat, right?
Yeah, he's not. And even the overnight temperatures, overnight low only 53 degrees, we're likely not dropping below 50 all day on Christmas after we didn't reach 20 last year. So huge difference.
Yeah, he's going to come to Lexington and be like, what happened? It was freezing last year.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be confused. The whole East Coast, we had a lot of areas with, we had 1 inch of snow here, so that counts as a white Christmas here. Not dealing with that this year for sure.
It still sort of counts as a white Christmas, though, if there's frost on the windshield.
I guess.
So.
Us meteorologists, there's a very technical definition. It has to be 1 inch. If you have half an inch of snow, it does not count as a white Christmas. You may think it does, but us meteorologists, we disagree.
That's kind of unfair. You have to scrape your windshield, but you don't have snow on the ground.
Yes, it's true. We're not seeing that this Saturday for sure. Not going to be anywhere near freezing. So.
All right, well, thanks for that, Dylan.
Yep.
All right, now here's a look at your Renfo's collision traffic report. Manawar, Boulevard, and Richmond Road.